What's up, everybody? This is Hannibal Sky doing a starter's guide for the Zombie Island of Dr. Ned. It's the first DLC that was released for Borderlands. So you can see once you have it bought, you go to your fast travel. It's at the bottom of your list. Jacob's Cove, it's called. This is a pretty good DLC. I really enjoyed this one. It changed up. It added new enemies. You get some newer weapons, I think, some I didn't see in the regular game. Could have just been that I just didn't come across them until now, but either way, really fun, very different, very dark. No one ever shoots at you in this one because they're all zombies. They're not the zombies that shoot guns. They're zombies that chase after you. There's a few that'll throw explosive barrels at you. That's pretty much the extent of flying projectiles in this one. Oh, and there's one type of zombie called a defiler, and he's the biggest pain in the ass in this game, in my opinion, because he runs up and throws up on you, like projectile vomits on you, and if he hits you with it, it like slows you down so you can't run away, and it covers like 80% of your screen so you can barely see what's going on in front of you. What I'm going to show you here is the brains achievement, how to get that going, and you really want to start that right off of the bat. If you wait for this one, you're going to spend a lot of time doing nothing but going after that. What you want to do is get headshots, and you'll see these zombie brains that you pick up. Now, I just picked one up. Don't pick it up right away. Kill them all and leave their brains on the ground. If you pick them up now, they're of no use to you. It won't carry over from once you start the mission. The mission is you have to pick up a certain amount of brains and bring them back to a certain character. You start off with 10, and then you need 25, then you need 50, then you need 100, and then I think it goes from 100 to 250. So you end up having to collect just a ton of brains. And so if you wait to the end, you just have to run around doing nothing but collecting brains for the mission. But if you do it right from the start, like I'm going to show you how to do here, you'll kind of be collecting them and finishing that mission as you're doing other missions in the game. So this is where you start off. You have to take this path to get to it. And then, I'm starting this as a fresh character, so you'll see me do... This is what you will see the first time you play it. So yeah, leave the zombie brains on the ground. Don't pick them up. You can pick up the weapons and money that they drop, but leave everything else and continue on to the little town of Jacob's Cove, which you'll see me do here once I finish picking up some stuff. A couple things to keep in mind when you're playing this one. Watch out. Later on, you'll start getting zombies that are just a torso that crawls at you on the ground, and they're hard to spot because it's so dark in this one. But if you have your sound turned up, you can hear them like moaning, and you just have to look around. You'll find them. They're just slowly crawling at your feet. Another thing, don't use your action skill like I did there. I'm going to be using mine just because I'm not going to be going for all the brains in this one because I've already done it with this character on a different walkthrough, on a different playthrough. So I'm just kind of showing you how to do it, and I'm using my Blood Wing just to help me get through quicker to show you how to go. But if you use it when you're actually trying to get the brains, every time your Blood Wing or your special skill kills someone, you can't get a brain from it, so you're just wasting kills. Only time I'd suggest using it while you're still going for the brains achievement is when you're stuck in a circle of them about to die, or you think you're about to die, throw your special skill then just to save yourself. But other than that, I'd suggest not using it until you've already gotten the brains achievement. Here you're just running around and starting up the Gatling guns that protect the town. There's 3 of them, and you can kind of see where I went to get them all. Also, I'll mention that right here's your 2 vending machines for weapons and ammo. And then up to my left on the second floor up there, you can kind of see in the background over there, there is this kind of older looking vending machine for weapons that you only get to use once in the game. Here's the bounty board and the little robot you talk to for missions. But that older vending machine, there's a mission later in this DLC where you go and get the power core for it. And when you get that, You put it in just like you did your very first mission when you did Dr. Zed's vending machine for medicine stuff, but it doesn't stay on for more than one use. So you turn it on, you look at the weapons, and if you try to come back to the area, it'll be shut off again. You can never use it again. Unless there's just something that I was missing and I couldn't do it again. Maybe my game glitched, but from what I understand, you can only use that one time. And it had some pretty good guns in it, so make sure you've got a pretty good amount of money before you put that power cell on to open that one up, because you'll probably want to buy a couple of the weapons out of it. At least they were for my playthrough. Pretty good weapons. So this is your first mission. You go over to his old house here to see if he's home. He's not. And then you get, here's some new enemies. These birds. They're pretty easy. Just one shot will kill them. But the difference with them versus the other flying enemies, the racks, is they'll just keep hitting you. They don't swoop down and then go away. They just keep running around you, hitting you. So you have to kind of back up and spin around and try to find them to shoot them. They're kind of a pain in the ass, but they're not too tough to kill, and they're not all that dangerous. They're just kind of annoying. So after you go over here to his door and see that he's not here, it gives you this the House of Ned. That's when you can go to the place where you get the mission for the brains. So come back over here and run up to the right. And now I'm just going to be running pretty much straight through. Not going to be doing a lot of fighting, just enough to get me through to where I can show you where you start this achievement, where you start this little mission. Some of the guys will hold their hands over their face. There's some zombies, their heads kind of like dangling off backwards. There's one that looks like he has the beer helmet on, so you can't. There you see, I got the Defiler. He got a little bit of vomit on my screen, slowed me down, and I couldn't see much. He didn't get me fully because it gets worse than that sometimes. There's one guy that looks like he has a beer helmet on with like a cage on the front of it. Those guys are tougher to get headshots on. That'll get the brain out. But you shouldn't have too much trouble getting the brains as long as you kind of follow what I'm showing you to do here. So this is the area I'll show you on the map where you have to go. You start off down here in the bottom left where you see the little fast travel thing. You went up, around, down in the town, and wound around there. You can kind of see it there. Not too hard to find.